friends, welcome back to my channel. Let's get those disclaimers out of the way and then hop into it. Of course, before I get started, I do have those disclaimers to get out of the way. I live near a major highway here in the country of Belize, so you will hear those motor vehicles in my background. Where I live, there's also a lot of wild birds. You may hear them calling, chirping, and crying in the background. And thirdly, I have dogs. I have dogs, my neighbors have dogs. So if anyone comes in this neighborhood, you will hear those dogs, including my own, start barking. And with that, I get back to my regular scheduled program. Yeah, so we are looking today at the HengDing Tempera paints. Yes, guys, tempura. In this day and age of lockdown, I'm getting desperate. I mean, mails are not coming in how they used to be, and so I'm looking around my country and seeing some of the things that I haven't tried before. Hence why, I think we did what did I do? I don't even remember. Okay, so I think we did the basic dual markers, and I think I also did some markers that I got. So we're doing some things, I don't even remember, but those are what it is. So today we're doing tempera paints. Tempera paints, I must admit, is very common around the country of Belize. You can find them at any local stationery and art supply stores. You can even get them at your local grocery stores, and you can even get them at your bargain friendly stores. They're very popular. It's kind of like the more popular brand of paints you'll see around the country. Now, this particular brand I got at my local grocery store, hence the name, and it comes, as you can see here, with 6 colors, those colors being black, yellow, red, blue, white, and green. However, this organization, the way it's organized here, it doesn't correlate with the way the paints are set up, because yes, the black line up, but the yellow, the red, the blue, the white, and the green doesn't line up. So it's kind of interesting the way you see it there. But anyway, let's open this up and see what we're working with. Let's make a little cut here. There's a lot of line here. Okay. Nice. Okay, how nice. We got a pointing tool. It was nestled right here. Yeah. And I don't really use these paint brushes, as you know. I usually use them as pointing tools. So yeah, this is really nice. I'll put that with the other one. And that's it. Well, I do see the red moving. Don't see the green moving as much. And see, this is what I'm looking at. I don't see, I'm flipping it over to see which one is very liquidy, and the red is very liquidy. So now let's open it up. Okay. I was thinking it was gonna explode on me, but I think the people who manufacture this type of tempera paint kind of anticipate that. So there's a plastic film above each one. This is kind of weird. Okay, I'm not sure about that red though. Okay friends, I've been trying to pull this thing open for the past 5 minutes or so, and I can't get it open. I mean, it's like, gosh, they're really glued on there. So I might have to use my knife again to kind of cut around the edges here, because it's not opening, which is gonna make it really messy. Okay. We're all swatched up, we're finished. I'm just gonna put this aside so that it can dry properly, and then we're gonna talk about it. but from what we have seen so far, oh gosh, I already put up my pointing tool, did it? Nope, I have it right here. It looks like the white, the yellow, and the red are very opaque versus the blue, the green, and the black, which are not opaque. So we're working with something good, but I think if we can layer these two colors, especially the white and the yellow, if we can layer them real good, I think we'll be able to get some opacity out of them. And why is that important? Because the piece that I want to illustrate is actually on the other side here. Let me move my hand out of the way. Actually is on the other side here. So, and that's why opacity is very key for me with these paints. It's the wait time on this was killing. It was like, gosh. And so I had to pull out my heating tool to heat it up. And I kind of flaked the white a little bit. But apart from that, let's look at it. I might need to put an extra coat of on the yellow. The green, I might need to, no, I don't need to put an extra coat on the green. Definitely the red if I want the red to be brighter and the white. So let me get to it. I'm just gonna put it on one half of my swatch, maybe the bottom half, because we really need it to be extremely opaque. Okay guys, I think I am finished with the second coat. I did a second coat to the bottom here of these three colors to see if I could darken it a little bit. Maybe the yellow, but that's not completely dry yet. This was like pulling nail, guys. I mean, it was just not even watching paint dry. Literally, that's exactly what it was. It was frustrating. I mean, the dry time on these were slow. Like, I had to pull out my drying tool, so that my heating tool, so I could dry them faster, because it's been almost like 2 hours now, going towards 2 hours, and I'm still waiting for the swatches to completely dry. The yellow is still a little, you know, pasty. So, and I used the heating tool, but I didn't want, because when I used the heating tool on the white, it kind of flaked off. So I didn't want to do that too much. Anywho, let's get to our illustration. I hope you guys can see it. Can you see it? There's a little graphite drawing in there. This is the illustration I will be drawing with, will be painting with this. I have my tools all set up from where I use the drawing tool. But anyway, I think I might have to leave this now an overnight or 24 hours to dry, because these paints take longer to dry than my watercolors, and it's frustrating. Let's rock. Okay guys, this paint, gosh, what was it? I don't want to say it's a nightmare. It was a nail pulling, watching paint drying experience. I was actually trying here to go for a abstract-y, kind of cartoony kind of effect, but once I saw how this paint layered, how this paint formed, I knew that would have been not possible. So I just started to play around with it, just dotting in colors in here. As you can see, I'm doing it with the greens. I'm actually highlighting my color mix in here, drying it out, because like this can dry naturally on its own. It will take a long while. The parts that were dry, I just started to dabble some of that lighter yellowy green up to it, trying to give my little tree there dimension. And then you'll see me here trying to go in mixing a brown, guys. Remember, this set doesn't come with a brown, so I was actually trying to mix a brown, and it was an epic fail. But I tried, guys. I actually tried hard as I might to work with this paint, but it wasn't working for me. I am sure I'm gonna highlight my frustration in the end piece of this. Guys, this was just an experience for me, just trying to go in there, trying to lay colors down. It was not working out the way I had it planned. I might have to go in later, and I think I will highlight that again, go in later with a fine liner and try to bring up some of those forms that I had lost while painting this. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this experience, and definitely check out my end, because I will conclude what's going on here. The red just wasn't working for me, guys. You can still see it pushing through. There was no opacity to this, and just meet me in the end, guys. Meet me in the end. Hey guys, final thoughts. This was torture. This was actual torture. Um, I had no complaints with the white, the yellow, the blue, the green, but this red. Gosh, if you're seeing my path here and it's very, very red, that's because of the red. It just would not. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Here's my palette knife. It reminds me of, let me bring you guys in closer so you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a more better view of what I'm doing. Look at that. You see that texture there? And it reminds you of when you scramble eggs. It just doesn't come off the palette knife. It's, and I'm digging in there. Literally digging in there, and it's just like, yeah. Reminds me of when I'm scrambling eggs. It's just, the other colors came off beautifully. Look, all of the other colors was like this white. Even though it's not opaque, see, it came off. But the red just reminded me of when I'm scrambling eggs. It just, I almost thought maybe I could put it in my fryer to see if it's gonna fry up like eggs. So I'll probably have to wait 24 hours or so to let it dry completely for me to finish it up. I know definitely I'll have to use my black fine liner in this to kind of like draw over this and try to establish what I'm doing, because this was just torture to work with. And maybe if I get a better quality tempera paint, because I have the Sergeant Art liquid metallic paints and those are great to work with. They great consistency, but this one was just torture to work with. But all in all, guys, just be careful of those tempera paints that are out there. Some of them may not live up to the hype. I mean, you can paint with tempera paint, don't get me wrong. It is a great way to introduce yourself to color mixing and to painting, even though the consistency and the texturing and you might want on a more professional level is not there. But if you're, you know, a 5-year-old, a 6-year-old, a 10-year-old, and you just want to start experimenting with paint, tempera is a good way to go, but not this one. But all in all, guys, I had fun doing this experience, learning with you, adventuring with you. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this journey. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.